Isolation protocol day 99. I actually had to double check and count because that seems like a lot. Yeah, 99 days so far. This is, now see, I know what day it is, but can't remember the actual date. Tuesday, June 23rd. Yes. And being Tuesday, of course, there's going to be a reading, hopefully. Yeah, I will be able to keep up my Tuesday readings. So, nothing much going on. Uh, Pardon me for being a little disjointed. Uh, the fireworks and explosions going on all night, every night, starts usually about an hour before sunset and continues until 3, 4 in the morning. Sometimes I still hear some at dawn. Terrifies the dog, of course, dogs plural, and which means I can't sleep. And then it's been too hot. Today's actually a really nice day, but it's been too hot to get much more than a short nap in during the day. So I've got a sleep deprivation headache. Yeah. My daughter, who studied to be a vet tech, worked for a veterinarian, and now works for animal control, gave me some medication that is supposed to keep the dogs calm. I double checked the dosages and everything, figured out exactly what I needed to do, and gave them the three little chewable tablet thingies that they each get. Within about 20 minutes, they're sitting there glassy-eyed and swaying. Yeah. And then Salisbury just fell over, just boom, right on his side, and just lay there. And within an hour, they were both open mouth breathing and sprawled out on the floor. Yeah, they did not hear the explosions and stuff, which was good because, yeah, they were letting off those professional quality um, fireworks, the ones that, yeah, right in front of my house. Well, right in front of my next door neighbor's house. But it's a little teeny tiny court, and my house has about, that much street facing because I'm at the end of the court. So in front of my neighbor's house might as well be right in front of mine. So anyhow, dogs managed to sleep through it. I didn't. Um, but yeah, they're now only getting 2 treats, which is enough that they are still alert, but not trying to climb up and to hide into my armpits. And yeah, pit bulls are not, they don't fit in armpits. That's not what the name comes from. Nope, they don't know that. The larger the dog, the smaller they think they are. Just, yeah. Anyhow, so I haven't really been able to do much of anything. I did frog 4 rows of the sweater, tried a couple of different lace patterns, and finally decided on this one. It looks still pretty dense, but when you stretch it out, you can see how open it's going to be once it is blocked. So yeah, I'm happy with that one. I have 3.5 rows done, so I'm just about at the point where I was when I started frogging 3 or 4 days ago. So whatever, I don't remember what day it was. In fact, if I hadn't looked at my phone, I would not have even known that today was Tuesday and the 99th day and so on. Uh, yeah, I didn't get a chance to go to sleep until about 4 in the morning, and thought that today was Monday, so I missed my trash pickup for the day, for this week. Kind of opened up one eye and listened to the trash trucks come by. They come by at 6:05 in the morning. Too early for me to rush out there and bring the trash to the curb if I forget the night before. So anyhow, yeah, no trash got taken out this week. But I usually only fill the can up 3/4 of the way, and the recycling bin, I don't use enough. It goes out about once every 2 months, maybe 3. Usually when the raccoons start sniffing around it, and I want to empty it out. So yeah, that's about the only time that goes out. Uh, Anything else? I had a fortune cookie. I was going to. Oh, I thought I kept the fortune. Nope, I guess I tossed the fortune. Um, I was getting ready to read a fortune cookie and ate it. Yeah, sorry. But I got 3 phone calls right in a row. Boom, boom, boom. And the fortune cookie was sitting there staring me right in the face saying, eat me. So I did. And it was a stupid fortune, too. Anyway, it's like, you know, you will make a friend if you be a friend or something stupid like that. Anyhow, let's get on with the reading. This is another one that's fairly early in the story. Uh, I don't remember what chapter number this is because I stopped numbering them at this point. I do need to go through and start putting the numbers in. Okay. Reese longed for the days, was it 3 weeks ago, when she was an invisible nobody. Now, since word had gotten around that she was Tishka's friend, everyone seemed to want something from her. It took her forever to slide into her usual seat at the Geek Gang table, and she noticed everyone had already finished eating. She already felt bad about being late on top of everything else, but then Mitchell reminded her of their scene together in the acting class. Lizzie, of course, had to ask. "It's a love scene," Mitchell explained. After all their giggling, he groaned. "Girls have such filthy minds. Love. Love. Not sex." That earned another round of giggles, and Reese hid her face. "I can't do it." Lizzie asked about the script, but they reminded her that it was an improv class. "That means we make it up as we go along?" Mitchell spoke as if to a little child. "We have to draw 3 cards listing, what were they? 3 S's, let me think. Setting, style, situation. And yeah, we'll be fine. You just say whatever you want, Reese, and I'll just keep us on track. You're naturally funny. Everyone loves you." Reese shook her head. "Everyone laughs at me." Mitchell gave her a quick pat on the arm as he explained to the others. "She's the only one in any acting class I've ever done, who doesn't have an ego the size of the Hoover Dam." "Well, I wish I could stick around, but I have to go put on my G-string." Susan started to stand up. Lizzie was the first to lose it. In seconds, Mitchell and Paulette joined in, howling with laughter. "What?" Reese shrugged. "G-string," Lizzie finally managed to sputter. "Yeah," said Susan. "I need to put a new G-string on my violin." "Oh, don't mind them," Reese says, turning back to her salad. "They're all nuts." Reese managed to get through the day half in a daze. She made it through the improv exercise, even though the cards they drew said something about setting in a Western saloon, style was science fiction, and situation was writing a book. It was totally ridiculous. She couldn't even remember what she had said afterwards. Something about a mechanical bull and an electric spork. She felt ridiculous, but the other students were laughing, so it must have been good. Even the teacher was laughing and gave Reese and Mitchell a thumbs up as they returned to their seats. She tried to pay attention to the other scenes, but all she could think about was what she was going to tell her social worker. The truth and get moved to a new placement? Just say everything was fine so she could stay where she had friends? Something in between? She grabbed her things quickly as class was over and headed across campus to walk home. Al caught up to her. "You're coming back to the club today?" "I can't." He looked disappointed. His shoulders slumped and his eyes lost their green sparkle, so she felt she needed to explain. "There's this thing that happened, and I have to decide whether to tell somebody or not, and I finally decided, and I have to go home and talk to somebody. Sorry." He nodded in what she hoped was understanding, because she didn't even understand what she'd said herself, and she kept walking. She turned the corner and came face to face with Mr. Fields. He looked as crestfallen as Al. Without a word, he turned and walked away. Reese wanted to run after him, but if she missed the phone call from her social worker, she'd be punished. "That's him," a voice hissed in her ear. "Tishka, you scared the heck out of me." "That's Albert Apple, the guy you were talking to. You coming over today, right?" "I have to go to the McIntyres early today." "Ugh, tragic. What about the dance on Friday after the game? Everyone's going." "I think I have plans on Friday. Maybe. Don't you have dance class today?" "No, today was canceled too, and Mama's having more people over again tonight." "Tishka." Reese put her hands on her hips and scolded her friend. The effect was comical, she realized, as Tishka was at least 10 inches taller than she was. "I don't know what happened between you and your parents, but avoiding it is only going to make it worse." "You sound like my therapist." "At least let me give you a ride home." The chauffeur added pressure, and Reese finally relented. I hate being pressured. I really hate it." She threw herself into the seat, and Tishka glided in after her. "Yeah, I noticed. That's why I do it." She flipped her hair and examined her perfect manicure. Reese tried to remain grumpy, but a small laugh finally broke through. "So, I wanted to tell you," said Tishka. "Veronique wanted me to buy her a new dance bag and a t-shirt, but I didn't. Wow, I thought she was going to explode, like positively explode. I'm beginning to think you're right about her only being my friend because she wants me to buy her stuff." "I have a hard enough time taking a few of your old things, so don't you ever buy me anything new. That way you'll know." Reese called to the driver to let her off. "Charles, this is me, right here. Thanks." "You live here?" They were in front of a convenience store. Tishka looked like she was going to be sick. "Just up the street, but if the McIntyres see me coming home in this," she waved her hands around the limousine, "she will insist you buy her stuff." Reese walked the last 3 blocks, and as usual, Charles drove past just as she entered the house. And as usual, the other girls were so excited to see a real limousine on their old street that they hardly noticed Reese walk past. Mrs. McIntyre was cutting up hot dogs to stir into some boxed macaroni and cheese mix stuff. Reese said hi as she walked past into the little room at the end of the hall. She wondered if there was ever going to be anything in this house that she could actually eat. Okay, well, I think that's enough for now. Um, let's see. Uh, Today, Tuesday, me, Kelly, isolation protocol day 99. Pesty dog is sitting there licking my ankle. So yeah, I think I better feed them, give them some water, and it's getting kind of late, so they're going to need their calming treats pretty soon too. All right, catch you later. Hopefully I'll be able to get in tomorrow on day 100. Wow, 100. All right, bye.